Nuvance Health is an ever-growing corporation of hospitals in Connecticut and Greater New York. It formerly was just Danbury Hospital, New Milford Hospital, and Norwalk Hospital, all located in Connecticut. And over the past couple of years, we have recently merged with Vassar Hospital, Northern Dutchess Hospital, Sharon Hospital, and Putnam Hospital to become one corporation as a whole to open up a wider range of availability for patients in different areas. So for my diversity training presentation, I chose this company because I believe that they strongly work with diversity and their employees, and they really do care about their staff and their patients and where they come from, who they are. They want to be able to treat them properly and provide the best medical care possible. So like I said, they are made up of 7 hospitals across New York and Connecticut, and the CEO is John Murphy. Originally based in Connecticut, merging with other hospitals in the area is something that has created a larger clientele and accessibility to healthcare. Nuvance Health is consisted of the hospitals, but also primary care offices and a wide range of specialty offices: cardiology, gastroenterology, orthopedics, anything you could probably think of. Nuvance Health has that type of doctor offered for you. With that being said, we are able to open our doors to many patients, and they can keep it all in-house. So you go to your primary care doctor, they need you to get checked out by a cardiologist. You go to the cardiologist, they can pull up your primary care doctor's office note and look to see why they're referring you, so they know how to properly treat you. Diversity is so important in the world in general, but it is also very important in a professional setting like Nuvance Health. When it comes to healthcare, you want your staff to be trained properly, and you want them to be treating your patients with the care and respect that they deserve. You go through these trainings to be able to bring in more patients and bring in more business. You want your patients to feel comfortable coming to you. You want your patients to be referring their friends and family to come to Nuvance Health because of how well they were treated. The medical providers are also trained in multiple different ways as well, because different religions, different races have different practices of how they would like to be treated medically. So you want to be able to accommodate these patients and be able to give them the care that they want, while your doctors are able to have the resource and knowledge to be able to do that as well. Depending on the doctor's backgrounds, they may not need the training because they may come from an area that the patient also came from. So it's helpful in that situation so that they can treat the patient and work together and train their colleagues to be able to do this so they can get patients in there as well. Consistency is a very big deal in healthcare. If you're part of a large medical practice, you want everyone across the board to be treating their patients generally the same way. You don't want to go to one primary care doctor and then someone go to another and just be given completely different medical advice or how they should be treated or why they're doing this. You also want your staff to be trained the same way as well. So having your staff being scheduled and answering the phones and anything that you can think of when it comes to working in a medical practice, you want everyone to be on the same page. Consistency will help bring more patients into your group and be able to grow your revenue over years. All of this has to do with training. Training is so important when it comes to all this. You want to keep everyone educated: doctors, staff, nurses, medical assistants, even the girls that work at the front desk. That's it. You want everyone to be trained. You want everyone to be educated. You want everyone to feel like they're being treated equally and fairly. And most importantly, the patients. The patients need to feel comfortable walking into the practice, being greeted by your front desk people. If they don't feel comfortable walking into the medical practice, chances are when they leave, they're not going to come back. So if your staff is well trained, they will be able to bring in more patients and keep the same patients that you have coming back for their visits and feeling comfortable coming in. Sometimes, like if you're working in a gynecology oncology office, those patients struggle sometimes because of their illness going to their appointments. So if they're being greeted by your staff friendly with smiles on their faces, it's going to make them feel more comfortable coming into the practice.